Bon dia everyone. So today something really exciting is happening. We have met a family called the Barnsleys, and they're here and they're going to show us around their tiny home on wheels, which is really cool. So in a minute you're going to meet them and they're going to tell us a bit about their trip, a bit about their rig, and it's going to be great. Barnsleys.
Hello. Yeah.
So we have Jamie, Angela,
Yes.
Lily, and Spencer.
Hi.
Hi.
Good to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Nice to meet you too.
So what trip are you on at the moment?
So we have come from the UK, started there, and we got a ferry across to Holland,
Yeah.
and we're making our way through Europe to Morocco, and then we're going to put the landy on a container from Morocco across to the east coast of Canada. And then we're going to drive through the States to Alaska, and then down all the way to Patagonia,
That's amazing.
South America.
So exciting. Yeah. And from the moment you decided to go on this trip,
Yeah.
how long was it before when you started
So we moved to Dubai from the UK about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and we went there with a small idea that we'd go on some sort of trip, and that part of my salary would go towards a little fund to buy a camper van, and that was the kind of the germ of an
Budding
idea. And then then how you know how we do, you kind of research online, you see what other people are doing, and you think, oh, hang on a second, this thing could be quite big.
And there's so much knowledge out there, isn't there?
Yeah. So the idea just grew and grew and grew, and then you ended up with a 4x4 and going for 2 years instead of just a little combi that we could go away with on weekends.
Yeah.
10 years essentially from starting to doing it.
Cool.
Long time.
Here you are doing it now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the hard bit, starting.
And what was it that made you decide you wanted to do something like this?
I don't know, it wasn't an event as such. We'd always been travellers, if you like.
Okay.
I'd gone travelling. Angela had worked on a travel programme when she was in television. We had both travelled around Asia a lot, travelled around Africa, and it was just it was the last bit of the world that it was a blind spot completely, South America. So
And a good way to do it.
Yeah, just felt like we had
Best
to go.
way to do it, I think.
It was there to do it, so we're doing it. That was it.
Excellent. The vehicle, what kind of vehicle is it?
So it is a 2010 Land Rover Defender 130.
Okay.
It started life as a pickup truck.
Yeah.
We bought it in Holland, and the company that kitted it out was from Holland as well.
Right.
They removed the kind of pickup truck element off the back and added a aluminium frame. So yeah, Defender chassis.
Defender 130.
Defender 130. The engine is a 2.4 TDI.
And that's the
diesel engine.
The Puma.
Yeah, the Puma.
Right.
So yeah, Ford engine, Ford Puma.
Yeah. Very nice. I see. What have you done on the outside? I see you got the BF Goodrich all terrains.
Yep, we lifted it an
Brilliant
inch
tyre.
only, and then we got all terrains. I think we could have made it look better if we really wanted to by putting some big mud terrains on or something, but we kind of knew that we weren't going to be going crazy off-road, and a lot of the time would be spent on the road, so it was a better tyre, even though it probably doesn't look as good.
A sensible size.
Yeah.
It's much better for overlanding anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
And you've got a bash plate on the front there. That's
Yeah,
not original, is it?
No, so the things we added were the snorkel, this bash plate here, and the wheels.
Bash plate, wheels.
And the roof rack.
Oh yeah, and you got this
The roof rack was
handy bit of storage.
it was custom made with when the back box was put on.
Yep.
The guys knocked that up in the workshop actually and powder coated it, followed the line of the roof, and
That's really cool. I like
connection
that.
in here. Yeah, so
And you saying you were gonna get a box to put up there to some extra
yeah,
storage?
I haven't got it yet, and I need some sort of case, a bit like yours actually,
Yeah.
to go up there just so things are secure and waterproof. At the minute, it's
Maybe some jerry cans or
Definitely,
something.
jerry cans are on their way. So we can get a bit of extra fuel and water.
What's the colour as well? Is that the original colour?
The original colour, yeah, it's called. There's a heritage green and a Keswick green. That's what that is, Keswick green. It's like a Land Rover original colour.
And that's a really cool logo you got on there.
Yeah, we got actually a friend of ours who's also an overlander, Overland royalty.
Yeah.
Andy Smith Cheddar designed that, and he's around the world in 800 days.
Yes. Yeah.
Himself and Emma. So
Listen
they
to
do
their
an
podcasts.
excellent podcast, and he does logo design. So we got in touch with him, and he whipped it out. Awesome, really good, really happy with it.
They're definitely worth checking out. And this, so this camper on the back.
Yeah,
That's so it's aluminium frame.
aluminium welded frame, yeah,
Yeah,
and a
frame.
30mm sandwich panel. That's all that is.
That's this.
Which makes it super light, yeah.
Light and strong.
Strong, really strong.
Yeah. And you've added obviously some windows on the side
Yeah,
for being able to see and ventilation.
yeah, exactly.
Is this storage?
So that's storage on the top half, and then underneath. So see if you can see it.
Okay, so
So it's storage for all our
Steps.
pipes and wires and all, and
your
toolbox.
services stuff.
And then under this, there's a hatch here, is the gas bottle.
Okay.
Goes
So
into
the gas down there.
The gas is in here, yeah.
Cool. Okay. And any more storage on the outside?
Not on the outside, we've got a big black
Oh,
box.
you've got the big black box. And this rather cool special mount for the
Yeah.
spare wheel.
Yeah, exactly. So they wanted to hang, because it was quite heavy, this and this. They hung it from the frame,
Right.
rather than hanging it straight from the sandwich panel.
I can see it goes all the way around
Yeah.
the outside of the frame.
So it's attached to the aluminium frame itself.
The box.
And the box opens from the side.
What's in the box?
Anything we need outdoors. So table, chairs,
Yeah.
cricket bat,
Easy
badminton
access.
rackets. Yeah,
Get it all
easy
out.
access. And from the side as well, rather than opening the whole thing out, just so we can kind of slip it out.
Perfect.
Again, aluminium welded onto the back.
Nice and light.
Yeah,
And secure because you can lock it.
all good. At the minute it's pretty filled with all our winter clothes that we're steadily coming out of as
Yeah.
we move south.
Yeah.
So we'll post them home at some stage.
And I see you've got an outlet for your shower.
Yeah.
Here, so you've got an outdoor shower.
Yeah, it's a bit small to have an indoor shower. So yeah, outdoor shower again, only used when it's hot really.
But you have got warm water, so.
Warm water, yeah, there's a boiler inside, which is good.
I see you've got an awning.
Awning,
outside.
yeah.
ARB awning.
ARB, just a square, plain and simple awning. The legs kind of fold out.
Yeah.
And then there's I think you can buy walls for it and stuff, but we don't
Yeah.
have them. We used it once in the snow.
Oh, right, that's
in
handy.
Luxembourg, yeah, but
Didn't
not,
expect to.
yeah, but not in the. We haven't used it in the sun yet.
You got a bit of lighting and this is the table.
Yeah, this is the table. Here's the box of wine. So this.
Wine bag always comes in handy.
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly. That's a pillow.
Yeah.
This stays on the side, and then, in fact, it's been so useful at the start. We didn't really use it. We kept it up there, but once you get the hang of stepping out and opening it,
Yep.
you use it constantly.
I bet.
And for what it is, which is a sheet of aluminium and it's a cheap bracket, definitely.
Definitely good to have it, isn't
Your wine box.
it? A bit of extra outdoor space.
Yeah. And then the same actually on the other side with the sand tracks.
Yep.
Same system.
Oh, is
So
it?
the sand track turns into a shelf.
Oh, so you can use it
As a shelf as well, but you don't use it so much just because you're in and out of here.
Yeah.
But if you're messing around with the hoses or the cables or anything, it's
Yeah.
handy just to put them down, and then it gives you a bit of
Very good.
space.
These handy little tips there.
Yeah.
Do you carry any extra fuel at the moment?
No, just normal, regular fuel tank that
Standard
came with the.
130 tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you fill your water tanks?
So the water is here.
Okay.
It's got to get this bit. This is my favourite bit of the Land Rover.
Oh,
You ask
yeah,
me what
you've
my
gotta have
favourite bit of the
one
Land
of
Rover.
That is your favourite bit.
Yeah.
The bottle opener. That's a winner.
The bottle opener, as found in China somewhere.
I like that.
More than
I like
likely.
that.
But
Land Rover symbol on it.
yeah, the water is in here,
And that tank is
and the tank is 80 litres.
80 litres fresh
And it-
water.
And the tank is, excuse me, in here.
Right.
So the kids' floor is
Okay.
raised
water tank.
The idea being that's one of the heavier parts of the vehicle, so they like to get it in the middle of the axles and as low as possible, rather than putting it up high somewhere, you know, when there's a big weight to move.
Yeah, and that's good because obviously the kids, they're not installed yet, so
Yeah.
you don't need the extra legroom at the moment.
That's that.
Right, so should we take a look on the inside?
Go for it.
Shake the sand off.
Yeah.
So you can see. Okay, so the inside. Tell me how your kitchen works.
Okay. So firstly, it's never been as tidy as this, ever.
Oh, this is the special version.
Because we knew we were getting filmed. This is it. This is in showroom condition. Dometic.
Yeah.
Fridge. We don't need it any bigger.
A little freezer.
A little freezer on top, which is always full.
Nice.
Which works a treat. Keeps the beers pretty cold. A little portaloo for emergencies underneath.
Yeah.
I guess when you got such limited space, putting the toilet under a fridge obviously is not ideal, but it's just
Gotta
the way
work.
it is.
It's basically
Gotta work it. And then up here we've got a sink and the cooker are kind of
The 2-burner hob,
in one. 2-burner hob,
tap and pump.
tap, and then all this comes down. And then we've got
Yeah. Okay, I
This
think we
kind
have
of thing.
something similar, just
Yeah.
a smaller version.
yeah.
Yeah.
So cup of tea and a bit of dinner. All
I
good.
see you've got so much storage space.
Well, yeah, relatively,
With all
I guess.
these drawers and cupboards.
When you see
everywhere.
some of the big trucks around, it looks like nothing. But
Okay.
yeah, and sometimes, yeah, it seems like
Well,
lots.
it looks like
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, this is all kind of just. This is Lily's drawer actually.
Yeah.
We get one drawer each, like this.
Close the door.
Lily's, myself, Angela, and Spencer's up there. And then you've got to fit in pans and cutlery and all the rest of it.
And what about sleeping arrangements?
Right, so coming up. You want to talk about sleeping arrangements?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Up there's me and Spencer's bed, and then
Yeah.
this table goes down. These 2 bits of wooden goes down. Under
Okay.
here there's a piece of wood
Yep.
there.
Yep.
That comes down onto me and Spencer's
Yeah.
Covers the
beds like
seats
that,
there.
and
Yeah.
then this big mattress
This
comes
big cushion
down,
comes down.
and then these come down. And
Yeah. So it sleeps 4. Kids up top. This table drops down to this level. These 2 go forward. We've got a bit of wood in the infill and the mattress on the infill. So our heads are here and our feet go through over the back seats
Yeah.
basically.
That's very tidy.
The kids are up here, and then we.
And there's a lot of space, especially when you top the top.
Yeah,
So you said that's a hydraulic top.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
hydraulics. But pretty robust. I think they carry about 35 kilos each, so they're
Oh wow.
steady.
Okay.
Obviously, the worry is that the more kind of you rely on technology or hydraulics, it's more to go wrong. But we were kind of assured that these are pretty good commercially grade ones, you know. So
I think so.
pretty good, and they've been fine so far.
What about your electrics? What's your electric setup?
So we've got 2 big batteries in the back, leisure batteries, plus the battery in the front, obviously.
2
We've
batteries.
We've got 3 solar panels on the roof, each 150 watts. That's 450 watts.
450 watts. Okay.
Solar.
A bit of power.
And then obviously, and then there's a relay between the 2. So if the alternator's charged our front battery, then it'll pass the rest to the back.
Yep.
And the same goes if the power from the solar's heating the back and they're full, it'll pass it to the front.
You got backup there
Yeah.
when you need it.
And a little meter here tells us
Okay.
how much percentage in the battery,
how many hours?
how long you could stay in this like this. So how much is coming in, how much is going out, how long have you got, and that's infinite. So obviously we're taking more power in
because of the solar panels are going now.
Yeah.
And then this is the kind of volts from the leisure battery in the front.
I really
That
like
is-
this panel.
That is how many amps, yeah. Watts, amp hours, and then back to percentage. It's handy. It's actually good just to keep an eye on it. You do get slightly obsessed with how much power you
I can imagine. I reckon I would.
when we drive, it's like, how much percent are we on? And like,
Yeah. So when we're driving, obviously you're almost getting free power from the alternator.
Yeah.
So we put the water heater and everything on when we're on the move.
Okay.
And then because when you're sitting down and you put the water heater on, it takes lots of power.
Yes.
So we try and...
Is that a boiler?
Yeah, it's a boiler. Boiler under here.
And that runs on gas?
No, it runs on electric.
Electric?
Electric,
Yes,
yeah.
okay. Cool. What about your heating?
Heating is a Webasto, it's a small, awesome thing actually, small Webasto heater. It's in the same space as the water tank. And it has a tiny pipe that runs to the diesel tank and uses diesel as the fuel. And then it's piped on two kind of pipes like this side and this side, and these small black...
They come out in the vents?
Yeah, the hot air
Lower
comes
down.
out of the... I mean,
I like that.
we're mostly too hot actually, rather than the other way around.
I've heard really good things about that system.
Brilliant, really good system. It uses about 1/4 of a litre an hour when it's on full tilt. And full tilt is 35 degrees as well. So if you put it on full, it'd be way too hot.
That's very good, isn't
We
it?
keep it at 25, so I don't know how...
So you've got unlimited heating almost?
Almost, yeah. If you're full of diesel, you're all good.
Very good.
Apart from, it needs a little bit of electricity to turn the fan. And if your battery runs down to 30%, the fan cuts off as a little safety measure.
And we
get
didn't learn
cold.
that
You might have to start the
first.
engine.
So yeah,
We did.
I learnt that in London
We
pretty
learned
quickly.
that then in London.
That was a cool night.
Yeah.
Okay, and if anybody wants to know more about you, where would they go online?
So we post pretty regularly on Instagram.
Instagram and your...
The Barnsley's Big Adventure is what it is.
The
and then
Barnsley's Big Adventure.
Whenever we post to Instagram, I share it to the Barnsley's Big Adventure Facebook page. We
And
very
Facebook.
rarely kind of go that. Yeah.
Okay.
My wife's a photographer, Angela, so it's pretty. Photos are pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, I reckon.
And yeah, we try and put something out every night.
Do you have a website?
We do, but there's nothing on it yet. So
Okay.
it's.
That sounds like ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a good idea at the time, and
Yeah.
then you realise how much time it takes.
There's so
and
many
how,
different platforms, isn't there?
yeah,
to
and how
do
little
it
time
yourself.
you've got actually at the start. When you start these things, you think, I wonder how I'm going to fill my time almost. And then when you're in the middle of it, you haven't got a second. There's
Well,
always something to do.
Very early into your trip.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And you've got
you left
schooling and all this stuff.
Yes, and of course you homeschool.
Yeah, we
So
homeschool.
in here, in the truck,
Yeah,
or outside.
on a sand dune, up a mountain, in the truck if it's raining,
I love that. It's
wherever.
amazing.
Wherever. It's good, isn't it?
Yes.
Enjoy it?
Yeah, it's really good.
That's the right
I think
answer.
I think it's school's good. Homeschooling's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
It's not like school was a nightmare.
it's not
This
like
is a little
school's
bit
a
better.
nightmare. This is a
And your
little bit
teacher's
better.
way better now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different. Yeah, of course. Okay, so I think that wraps us up really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing us around.
No
And
problem.
It's been a pleasure to meet you all.
Yeah. All good?